everybody, JC here with another T&I toy review. And today's review is in association with MarvelousNews.com, your #1 news source for everything Marvel. And for today's review, we're going to be taking a look at the brand new release Spider-Man Marvel Legends 6-inch Ultimate Peter Parker Spider-Man figure from Hasbro. Now this figure comes packaged in the same style packaging we've been seeing with all the Marvel Legends for this year. You've got the black box, you've got the Build-A-Figure logo up at the very top, then you've got the Legends series logo, the figure's clearly displayed in the window box packaging, then you have the Spider-Man logo down below, and then this figure is listed as one of the Ultimate Spider-Men. So we took a look at the Miles Morales Spider-Man the other day, and you've got an image of him on one side, and then this version of Spider-Man on the other side. And then on the back of the packaging we have a look at both figures, a brief bio in multiple languages, and then down below it shows us all the figures in the wave that you need to get in order to complete the Space Venom Build-A-Figure. Okay, so let's get this open and take a look at what's inside. Here's a look at the figure outside the packaging along with the other contents. Now first of all, the figure comes with the Space Venom Build-A-Figure left arm. So we have all the figures opened and all the parts ready to assemble. We'll do a video for the Space Venom Build-A-Figure, so be sure to check back for that. And just like the Miles Morales figure that we looked at the other day, this figure comes with 3 different pairs of alternate hands. So you get the pair of open hands, then you get a pair of closed-fisted hands, and then you get the pair of web shooting hands. And switching the hands on these is really easy. You just pull out the hand you want to replace, and the hand's got the little peg on it, and then you put in the hand that you want to replace it with. And it should fit nice and tight in there. Finally, we get 2 different heads with this figure. We get the masked head, which is the one attached to the figure when you first take it out of the packaging. And just like with the hands, I think they've done a pretty solid job with the paint applications on it. The web work is nice and straight. There's no real sloppiness. And then you've got the big white eyes, which I think look pretty good. Now, if you want to switch the heads, you just pull it off like with all of them. It's attached with a ball joint, and then you pop on the alternate head. And with this one, we get a Peter Parker head. And again, I think they've done a nice job with the sculpting on this. I like the way the hair is sculpted. Now the hair is just done with a brown paint, but good paint job with the eye pupils and pretty good skin tone, and he's got this big smile. Now, if you were wondering, you could take this Peter Parker head sculpt and stick it on your larger pizza-eating Spider-Man figure. Unfortunately, the answer is no. The ball on the larger figure is too big for the hole on the head of this Peter Parker one. For the figure itself, this is once again using that smaller teenage body that we saw with the Miles Morales figure. These are exact same figures with just different paint applications. Now, overall, the paint is pretty good on this figure. However, I do want to point out a couple things. So first of all, some of the reds on the figure, like here on the body, seem to be darker than in other places, like here on the shoulder and the head. The red on the head is a little bit lighter than here at the neck and stuff. So I've seen this before with other Spider-Man figures, so it's not a major deal, but just want to point that out. And then also, as we always seem to see with the Spider-Man figures, they don't paint the joints, the hinges, the little pins for the joints. So like here, you'll see the pin is red, even though it's on the blue portion of the figure. Otherwise, the detailing's pretty good. You've got the spider painted on his chest here, and then you've got the red spider on his back, and I think that all looks pretty good. Now, like with the Miles Morales figure, I do kind of think the feet are a little big on this one. It doesn't bother me quite as much on this one. I think the black feet stand out a little bit more, but I do think overall the feet are just a tad big for this mold. Now, this figure stands around 5.5 inches tall. And here's a size comparison with the Miles Morales figure, and these two are exact same height, and then you've got the larger pizza-eating Spider-Man. Articulation is exactly the same as the Miles Morales Spider-Man figure, but we'll go over it again real quick. The head you can turn left and you can turn right. It's on a ball hinge joint, so he can look down pretty good, and he can look back pretty decently as well. Arms are attached with your standard ball hinge joint at the shoulder, so he can get his arm out good. He's got good rotation. He's got a bicep swivel. He's got a double joint elbow, so good bending at the elbow. He's got swivels at the wrist, hinges on the hands, so good up and down movement with the hands. He's got an ab crunch joint, so he can crunch down pretty good, and he can look back decently. He's got the waist swivel. Legs are attached with ball joints, so he can do the splits good, and he can get his leg forward good, and he can do his leg back about that much. He's got a thigh swivel, double jointed knee, so good bending at the knee. He's got the boot cuff swivel. He's got the hinges on the hand or on the feet, so he's got decent down movement with the feet, and then you can do the feet up a little bit, but not that much really. You can just do it flat like that. And then he does have the ankle pivot and 2 peg holes on the bottom of his feet. Okay, so that's my review. Overall, I like the figure. I definitely like this size figure for the Miles Morales character more than Peter Parker, but if you have been wanting a younger, shorter Spider-Man, I think this is one you want to add to your collection. And the alternate Peter Parker head is a nice addition. As I've said before, I'm glad that we're seeing more and more of these figures come with alternate heads. Now, I also think that this figure would work great as a Civil War Spider-Man as far as the size goes. So I know Hasbro went with a larger mold for their first Civil War Spider-Man figure, but I think, in the future they might want to consider using this mold for that version. Now, as I've mentioned before, this wave with this figure has not yet hit here in the United States. It's hitting overseas and should probably hit within the next few weeks, early July. We'll have a full gallery of images up at marvelousnews.com. There'll be a link in the description below. As always, leave a comment. Let us know what you think. If you're so inclined, please like the video. Also, if you haven't already, please follow me on my Facebook and or Twitter pages. I'll have links to those in the video description as well. And until next time, I'll catch you later.